What is going on, everyone? This is Slightly Educational Podcast. I'm Seth.
And I'm Gabriel.
And our first topic today is vexillology. And vexillology is the study of flags. And Gabe and I, we consider ourselves pretty active vexillologists. And we went ahead and compiled a list of what we think the top 5 flags in the world are. He compiled his own list of top 5. I compiled my list. So top 10 flags in the world. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road.
So I picked New Mexico first, and basically the New Mexico flag is a yellow background with a symbol in front, which is the Zooey sun symbol. So it looks like a cross kind of with 4 red, protruding lines between. And I thought it looks nice because it's a pretty simple flag, so it's easily memorizable.
You see it on a lot of bumper stickers and T-shirts.
Yeah, and I think the license plate has it too.
Yeah, I think the license plate has it. Okay, and for my first flag, I picked an iconic one. Libya's former flag. You know that one?
Yeah.
It's a pretty notable flag. It was, I believe, from 1977 till 2011. Libya, they had this flag represented Libya during Muammar Gaddafi's rule. So when he got overruled, it was changed. I can understand why it was changed because Muammar Gaddafi picked green, basically to represent his philosophy, because he made a book called the Green Book. It can also, green is a pretty big color in Islam. And it can also represent the region of Tripolitania, which is important in the history of Libya. But it's a plain green flag. And it's so awful that it's good. And I don't mean awful. I'm not trying to sound like a pretentious flag person. I don't mean awful. It's there's obviously no creativity involved. But with that lack of creativity, there's a lot of creativity.
Yeah, I mean, anyone can draw it. You're going to know what it is.
Yeah. So what's your next flag, Gabe?
So my next flag is South Korean flag. Basically, the South Korean flag is a white background with a blue and red yin and yang, standing for positive and negative. And in the 4 corners are symbols representing the 4 natural elements: water, fire, earth, and air. And I thought it looked nice also because it's pretty simple and it's pretty recognizable if you see it.
Yeah. It when Korea was just one Korea Republic, was that the flag they used?
They used the same yin and yang flag, but they didn't use the symbols on the side.
They didn't have the black.
Yeah, they didn't have the black.
It looks kind of like eye paint.
Yeah.
On the side of the flag, almost.
I think it's their writing system.
Yeah, because North Korea uses the same color scheme.
So yeah, it's the Korean.
Yeah. North Korea is the true Korea.
Yeah, of course.
That's just a territory. It's not recognized. South Korea is not recognized.
Pretenders.
Yeah, they're the fake Korea. South Korea is not even recognized by all 193 members of the United Nations. Did you know that?
Well, I mean,
North Korea doesn't recognize South Korea as a country. It's the same thing with China. China isn't a fully recognized country.
Yeah.
Because
El Salvador and the Central American countries only recognize Taiwan.
Yeah, which is, I always thought that was kind of odd. I look at a list of the countries that recognize Taiwan, and it's the most random country.
I think if you recognize Taiwan, you get special trading rights. So it's cheaper to import stuff from Taiwan if you recognize them. But of course, if you recognize Taiwan, then China's not going to trade with you at all.
Is Taiwan trying to be the true China though?
Yeah, they claim everything. They even claim parts of Mongolia and India because it's the original Chinese.
I thought Taiwan wanted reunification.
They do. They want to control what they both claim the same land. So Taiwan claims all of China, and China claims all of Taiwan.
Oh, okay. So for my next flag, I picked Antarctica. It's another simple one. I kind of went a little out of bounds in the rules by picking this flag because the flag of Antarctica, it's not really the most visually stimulating flag, but it's Antarctica has a flag, you know?
Yeah.
It's basically a light blue flag with a white outline of the shape of Antarctica, and it's I don't know, it's just funny. A lot of people don't even realize Antarctica is a flag.
Yeah, I mean, putting the shape of putting the shape of the area on it, it's like Cyprus. Cyprus did the same thing.
Yeah, Cyprus did the same thing. Are there any other? There's probably some states or some territories. I
mean, Colorado and Wyoming are square.
Yeah. Well, then every flag just has the shape of Colorado on it.
Yeah.
Because most of them are rectangles, except for Monaco and Nepal. But
there are some flags that are square. I think the Vatican flag is square too.
Yeah, the Vatican flag is Vatican and Monaco are perfect squares. Nepal's like triangles,
Yeah.
and then everything else is basically a rectangle. Some rectangles are longer than others.
Yeah,
like Mongolia has a pretty long rectangle.
Well, most of them
Their
have
flag?
like 2x3 rectangles.
Yeah.
But like El Salvador has like some crazy like 416 by like 600 or something. Some weird
Jesus.
aspect ratio.
Yeah, no one actually like
I
flies a giant.
It's not giant. It's just it's like it doesn't have to be big. It could be like 4.16 versus 6. It's just that the aspect like is specifically.
Yeah. And so the next flag I picked is I picked the flag of Nagorno-Karabakh, and I don't know the history of this flag. I'll look that up now, but it's so cool.
It's meant to represent like the line through it is meant to represent the divide between the Armenian people.
Yeah.
Because it's like an exclave of Armenia, but it's part of Azerbaijan.
Yeah, and it's really complex too. And I think are they at war now?
I mean,
They've always been at kind of a war.
It's probably on and off. It's not really a war.
It's kind of like Israel and Palestine.
Yeah,
almost. It's like they're always at some sort of war, but it's not like a serious war. But I thought the fighting was escalating. I don't know. But the flag is so cool. It's actually the wallpaper on my phone. I just think it's a really cool flag, and no one really seems to think it's like as cool as I do. I think it's so cool. And there's actually the Eurovision Song Contest.
Like about the flag?
No, the Eurovision.
Yeah, I know the Eurovision.
Yeah, so there's actually some like drama going on in the international community, or like the Eurovision community, because the Armenian team, why Armenia has a team in Eurovision is beyond
Turkey
me.
has a team in Eurovision.
Yeah, but Turkey's Europe. Turkey's European Union, right?
No.
Turkey's not.
No, but they want to join.
Yeah, but like Morocco also wanted to join, like the.
Australia's in Eurovision.
Yeah. Oh,
But
so then I don't know. Maybe
really,
it's not Europe, but But the Armenian team waved like a Nagorno-Karabakh flag, and then Azerbaijan got all butthurt. They're like, no, they're not. It's all Armenia. I mean, it's all Azerbaijan. It's all us. There's no aspect of Armenia.
I mean, it happens a lot with Serbia too. Serbia and Bosnia always get in disagreement. I mean, Serbia and Albania because of Kosovo.
Yeah, the
Albanians will come with
Did you
Kosovo.
hear about the soccer game?
Yeah.
They flew like a true Albania flag. It was just like one guy in like a drug rug.
Yeah.
Like he looked like a stoner, and he was just standing outside the stadium flying a drone. And he was like, he said he didn't think it would have the impact. But like, what did he think was gonna happen? I mean, like the Serbian team was gonna be like, nice flag there. Oh, like come on. Okay, what was your next flag?
My next flag is the Japanese imperial flag. So it's the flag they used during like World War II, which is the rising sun. It's off center, and then it has little rays of like red going outwards.
Yeah, and it's basically the rising sun of the rays. Like their current flag.
The current flag is the rising sun, but it's like centered.
Yeah, it's centered. It was like more up here.
It's in the middle of the flag.
Yeah.
This one's like set off to the left.
Yeah.
I mean, many people don't like this flag because of it's related to like Koreans and Chinese see the flag.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Polish people might see like the Nazi flag or something.
Yeah. What flag came first, Macedonia or Japan?
Macedonia or Japan?
Yeah.
Like the new Macedonian flag?
The new Macedonia. Or I'm sorry for calling it Macedonia. I mean the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia or Japan, because the Japanese imperial flag, because they look really similar.
I think the Japanese flag. I think the Japanese flag is from like medieval Japan with like the clans. One of the clans had like a rising sun.
Yeah.
And I think it's always been a symbol of Japan because it's the land of the rising sun.
Mm-hmm. And then another flag I picked, it may be a little controversial. I mean, I don't think the Chinese government is gonna see our podcast and like go after us.
That's 1 billion views you just lost.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Dang it, we could become like the 4th most viewed video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because this is a 1.38 billion quality video.
Everyone's gonna watch it.
Yeah. No, but I picked the Tibetan flag. It's actually been around for a long time.
Yeah.
At least in comparison to other flags.
Compared to the Chinese flag.
Yeah, compared to like the Chinese flag or like newer flags. Palau.
That's a nice flag too.
Palau's kind of nice. Everyone mixes it up with Kazakhstan.
I mean,
like it's got the same color scheme as Kazakhstan,
but it's more simplified.
It's more simple. It's like
a Bangladesh flag, off center circle.
A lot of people get annoyed by those flags too.
Yeah, because it's off center.
Yeah, it's outside. Bangladesh flag basically looks like someone took the Japanese flag, moved the star, then like kind of threw up on it.
They put it off center because
It's not an ugly flag. It's a great flag.
Yeah.
It's classic.
they put it off center so that way when it's hoisted on the flagpole.
Yeah, when it's hoisted, it can look centered.
It looks centered.
So the Tibetan flag, it's got the snow lions. I don't know the history. There's a lot of history. I don't know if I have time to read this all. But it's controversial, definitely, and it's a pro-independence symbol for Tibet.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We support the Tibetan independence movement. I don't know if Tibet will ever get their independence.
There's no way.
Because it's a huge part of China.
It's a huge part, but like they're not that many people who live there.
Yeah.
So all China has to do is just keep moving people like they've been doing.
Yeah,
They just
like the
move
classic
Chinese
China way.
Yeah, just colonize.
They just
the place.
have people. Like, what are those islands? The Spratly
The
Islands?
Spratly Islands, just keep.
China can just drop people on it. They're like, oh, sorry,
They
Philippines.
just make islands. They
Yeah.
just like drop dirt into.
They have too many people.
Yeah.
But there's like, I mean, China. It's kind of there's sparser areas with like lower populations in China.
That's how Taiwan got there. I mean, Taiwan used to be full of like Indonesian people, but then after the Civil War, all these Chinese people started moving to the island. It just became completely Chinese.
Yeah, and there's a Uyghur or
Yeah, the
East
Uyghur.
Turkestan, the Uyghur people.
Yeah.
They do not look Chinese at all.
They're Turkish or
They're like
Turkic.
Turkic.
So like Kazakh people.
Yeah, and then so what was your next flag?
So my next flag is the DC flag. I just like it. It's a nice flag, but it may be biased because I live around here. But it's nice. It's the one with the 2 red bands and 3 stars on top.
Yeah, that's a pretty good flag. I think it's no U.S. states have like controversial flags. With the exception of Mississippi and
Georgia. Georgia's the Confederate flag too, but they just put it's like the actual flag, not the battle flag. And with like a town hall or something in the middle.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. We'll get into that in a later episode. So, what was your next flag?
My next flag is one of the New Zealand flags. They put it up for reference.
Is that the laser one?
It's the one with the
That's badass. I don't know. Okay, why did they pick this one? Because the other flags used in the New Zealand flag referendum were atrocities.
I mean,
they were ugly.
They were just all ferns with like
ferns,
red.
but like the colors did not mesh.
One of them was like a triangle. Yeah, they put the colors like too
like
close.
like red and black. The triangle one, like the delta one, it was kind of like a delta. That one wasn't awful.
But there's nothing like unique to it if you put just
Yeah.
a triangle. For New Zealand.
And they didn't vote.
They didn't even want the new flag.
The only reason they wanted the prime minister wanted a new flag because he got confused with Australia too much.
Yeah, the problem is they put the referendum in the wrong order. They did They did voting on the flag first, and then they voted on whether you guys want to change the flag or not.
Yeah.
And 60% of people voted no. Don't you?
Yeah, they should have made them change the flag. That's what I would have done if I was
It's a huge waste of money. I mean,
yeah,
That's
and
what people
time.
some people were complaining like, oh, this is just like distraction from like actual issues that they're facing, like Aboriginal rights or infrastructure development.
Yeah.
That's why people didn't like it.
All right. So the last flag I picked was British Indian Ocean Territory. It's kind of a random place. I'm gonna be honest.
That's where the .io domains come from. So like Agario is .Indian Ocean.
Really?
Yeah, that's where you get the domain from. British Indian Ocean Territory.
Do the people that live in?
You don't have to live there. It just you can get that domain. I don't know why people choose it, but
Why did Agar and Slither and all them use?
I don't know. It just exploded after Agario used the domain.
Maybe it's like tax.
Maybe I
tax
think so
reasons.
because people use like all these weird domains.
Yeah, maybe, or it's like easier to get a domain there, or you don't have to buy the domain. Maybe
Yeah, I don't
like
know.
save money because domains cost money.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that one costs money.
So basically, this flag's kind of simple. It's got the Union Jack in the corner because I believe it's not.
I think it's. I mean, I wouldn't have a country named British Indian Ocean Territory.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's like the British Virgin Islands, or the U.S. Virgin Islands, like declaring their independence, but still calling themselves the U.S. Virgin Islands. Like, it wouldn't make much sense. And so it has a palm tree and a crown, and they're symbols of the Indian Ocean Territory.
Yeah, I mean, the only problem I have with that one is hard to draw. Like, you want flags to be easy to draw.
Yeah.
And a palm tree.
I mean, every flag is hard to draw for me. I'm a terrible artist. I struggle with the Libyan flag. the former Libyan flag. The new Libyan flag. Sorry for any Libyan people if we offended you. But the new Libyan flag, it's not like excellent. It's an average flag.
It's alright.
An average Middle Eastern flag. It's got the Islam symbol, the star and the moon. So are there any honorable mentions you want to put in?
Whoa. Not really.
I'll put Mongolia. Mongolia is an honorable mention. I'll put the United States.
I'll put Taiwan.
Taiwan.
I like the flag.
The Chinese. Don't you mean Chinese Taipei?
Chinese Taipei, yeah, sure. The Chinese Taipei.
The flag China makes them use, or they use for like athletics. You know that one?
What?
You've never seen it?
I don't think I've seen it.
Okay, I'll show it to you. But the flag they use, it's just look it up. Chinese Taipei athletic flag. I think it annoys me because the original flag of Taiwan is such a good flag.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I wouldn't put it in my top 5, obviously.
It's the Olympic ring.
But this one, it's just kind of ugly.
I mean,
I think.
I don't even know what that shape is. It's like a flower kind of.
It looks kind of like the Michelin Man. The Michelin Man with like a red and blue ring.
Yeah, I guess.
And it's got the rising star in it. I don't know. I think they should just use their regular flag.
Yeah, they put the star in it. That's cool in my town.
Yeah.
Really important.
Any other flags that are the best? Any other ones you want to include? Just
like
Colorado.
Colorado. Yeah.
Colorado's got a decent flag. It's like a very like you see that flag, you know it's Colorado.
Even I like the California flag. It's not a bad.
Yeah.
flag.
I have a T-shirt.
I have a
That
T-shirt too
flag,
with that flag on. California flag.
Same sense of style. Did you get a Pakistan?
No, I don't know where I got that from.
I didn't get mine at Pakistan, but I know Pakistan. That's the thing they ship.
The British flag's nice too.
The English or like the Union Jack?
The Union Jack, the British one.
Union Jack. Yeah, I like Wales.
The dragon.
I like Northern Ireland because Northern Ireland doesn't have a flag.
Really?
Yeah, they don't have. They have a flag they use in athletics, and they have kind of the red cross
Yeah, because they
symbol.
have a soccer team. What do they use for that?
They use they have the same thing with like Chinese Taipei. They just have a flag they use for athletic events, but that's not the actual flag of Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland does not have a flag, which I think is pretty funky. It's ballsy. It's a ballsy move.
I mean, they don't need one because they're never going to be independent. If they ever leave the UK, which they might now that they left the European Union.
Was Wales pro staying or was Wales
was pro staying, which is dumb. I mean, pro leaving which is dumb because they receive a ton of money from the European Union.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I knew there were big deals about Scotland, and
yes.
we should get into this in another episode.
Yeah.
But I knew there was big deals about Scotland and Northern Ireland not wanting to leave.
Yeah, they both voted to stay, and that's actually the reason Scotland stayed like 2 years ago when they voted to leave the UK. Oh, when they voted to
yeah, so I
the
bet, the Scotland people feel like shit now.
Yeah,
the people that voted to stay in the...
Yeah, because like...
They're just like, fuck.
We only stayed because you guys said we'd stay in the European Union.
Yeah.
Now that they left.
Alright, so that concludes our first episode of Slightly Educational. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Peace out.